Hello guys, Brad here again with another fragrance review. Today I want to look at a classic. This is a very important fragrance for the fragrance world. Not necessarily in the fragrance community per se, but as sort of the evolution of fragrances go. If you haven't guessed, it is none other than Fougere Royale. And the house is Houbigant, Paris. And here's what it says about the fragrance inside the sample card. First introduced in 1882, Fougere Royale completely revolutionized the world of perfumes and established modern perfumery as it exists today. Fougere Royale was the first fougere, or fern-like perfume ever created, establishing a completely new fragrance family which still remains today the most popular family in men's fragrances. Today, and in character with our past, the House of Houbigant has revived this outstanding classic in an elegant and contemporary style. So, it was originally introduced in 1882, and according to Fragrantica, the new version came out in 2010. And the notes, according to their website, top notes are bergamot, chamomile, lavender, and green notes. The middle notes are carnation, geranium, cinnamon, rose, and lilac. And in the base we have patchouli, oak moss, amber, tonka bean, and clary sage. So, what do I get from this fragrance? Well, definitely it does have that standard, classy, sort of old man smell to it. I get a lot of this like ambery honey smell with the florals. Of course, the lavender is pretty much a standard element of these types of fragrances, but also get a lot of geranium, I think is what I'm getting here. Like this herbal, minty, green quality, and some other florals as well, like that classic floral old man type thing going on. And a little bergamot in there as well. Can't say I really enjoy this one too much. I'm on vacation right now. I'm just kind of wearing it around the house. I think I could probably feel comfortable wearing this one to work. It doesn't seem overpowering or anything. A lot of these types of fragrances really do seem to leave a very heavy scent cloud, and I can attest to that because I work in a hospital. And a lot of my patients seem to love this type of fragrance. Actually, I think if anything, this fragrance or type of fragrance inspired me to move on and experiment with other fragrances. So that's basically the historical impact it had on me. It, gave me the motivation to look for other things besides this. The old spices and the brutes, the Dracar Noirs or whatever you want to call them. So pretty much a pass for me. And the price point, it's $67.58 for the 100 ml. So for something that smells sort of dated and common, I'm not really sure why I'd want to buy a bottle of this one when for that same price point I could have a really nice designer fragrance that's more modern and more appealing to most people. So let's get into some scores here. The smell, I'll give it about a 4 out of 10. Really doesn't do it for me. It's kind of dated smelling. Projection longevity, I'll give it about a 6 out of 10. It's kind of soft, which is probably a good thing for this type of smell. I don't think I'd want to walk into a room with a huge scent cloud like this around me, giving me that old man vibe. But, they seem to have toned it down here with this reformulation, which is probably a good thing in this day and age anyway, when people seem to be more for the softer fragrances. Versatility, I'll say 8.5 out of 10. For some people, this could certainly be your daily, everyday go-to scent. Or if you don't like the scent, then it's probably about a 0, because when are you going to wear a fragrance like this if you don't like it? Unless you're an insurance salesman at a nursing home or something. Uniqueness, about a 5 out of 10. Like I said, even though this is the original Fougere, it's been copied so many times and now being reintroduced, it just kind of smells like the same old, same old. So can't really get too excited about the unique factor here. So overall, I'll give it 5 out of 10. Really bland scent to me, very common smelling. Nothing that really motivates me to buy it. I would say, if you want an aromatic Fougere in your collection, I would probably recommend something a little cheaper and go from there. I'm not sure if New York Yankee cologne is a aromatic Fougere, but it did have the geranium in it, and I think it's a much better fragrance, and it's a fraction of the cost. So I would probably say check that one out if you want something like this, but much better. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.